local school news. With Christ at the center, this is KDET-TV. And now, for your news anchors.
Hello, and welcome to KDET-TV. We're your hosts, Evan Stipp,
Chapman Napa.
On today's show, we'll hear about robotics, Canstruction, senior class activities, and more.
And now for some school announcements. Senior Caleb Vandenacker has written and directed a new play called New Beginnings, Traveling the Transcontinental Railroad. The play will be available online on Rocket On Productions' YouTube channel on May 9th starting at 7 p.m. Be sure to check out his new play created and performed by CLHS students.
The CLHS 20 Voice Mixed Chorus received gold ratings at the ISMA organizational contest. The orchestra also received a gold rating with distinction and a perfect score in their sight reading portion.
And congratulations to the symphonic band for the outstanding performance at the ISMA organizations contest. It performed in Group 1, which is the most challenging category, and they received a gold with distinction. They have received a gold in sight reading. Way to go, cadets.
Registration for summer camps at Concordia Lutheran High School is now open. There are camps available for all ages and interests. You can sign up for sports, theater, art, filmmaking, photography, culinary arts, textiles, rocket science, and more. First up, we have a story on the Canstruction food drive.
All right, Issa, I heard you're doing Canstruction this year. Is that correct?
Yes.
So for the audiences at home, what is Canstruction?
Canstruction is basically something we do in the community where at the mall we go and we build structures out of cans. Each year there's a theme, and this year's theme is Children's Storybook. So our structure is based around the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and all of the cans, after I think about 2 weeks, we donate them to the food harvest.
That's really nice of you guys. When are you guys going and building this?
April 25th.
Nice. So what you doing here in the library today?
Today we have our practice build to prepare for it.
That's really cool. Thank you for joining me today, Issa.
Next up is an interview with this episode's featured teacher, Mrs. Bates.
I'm Mrs. Bates.
What about being a teacher interested you?
I always liked kids, and I loved school, so for me it was a natural transition.
What about Concordia has changed since you've been here?
Well, the building still looks a lot the same. There have been a lot of updates. Lots of new teachers would probably be the biggest thing. And kids are different. We didn't have laptops or devices when I was back in school.
Where did you go to college?
I went to Kent State in Ohio.
If you could teach any other subject besides science classes, what would it be?
I'd want to do art.
If you could live anywhere else, where would it be?
At the lake, somewhere near water.
Do you have any special talents or hobbies outside of school?
I'm really good at a card game. It's called Fudge, also known as Nerds in many circles. But I grew up playing it, and it's a skill.
And now we go to Violet with the weather.
And now, for your latest forecast.
This weekend, we can expect sunny skies with highs around 75 and lows around 50. Perfect weather to get outside and enjoy.
And now we have a story on the robotics team.
Robotics is all about basically challenging yourself to build a robot to the best of your abilities to perform the tasks set ahead of you, basically life. I mean, technically I'm in charge, but I get yelled at by Major, who's ultimately in charge, so take that as you want.
It's all about winning and being the best of the best. Zach Eigenshank, he's kind of my right-hand man, and he's perfect in every way, just like me.
You shouldn't care about me. The team, however, we are a 3-time world champ team, so there's a very hard and rigorous process. Multiple hours outside of just the practice times, multiple hours before school and after practices. Just a lot of dedication to this team. This is all in culmination to the VEX Worlds competition here in a month in May. May 7th through the 11th is when we'll be competing and traveling. We're, like I said, 3-time world champ team, so this year we're coming back to defend the title.
It's going to happen in May. We'll go there for about 5 days. And when we go there and stuff, we'll go and we'll be competing against about 180 teams from around the world. And they're just going to see how excellent we are when we smash down on them.
So there's 2 portions to the skills competition. There's driver skills and programming skills. Programmer skills is purely autonomous, and what that means is the programmer messes around on a computer, puts some code into it, and then by the click of a button, the program executes and the robot does whatever the program tells it to. So the driver skills portion, that is purely, based on one person. So they have to execute the full game to the best of their abilities, meaning scoring as many rings as they can onto the mobile goals.
To show everybody who's the best. Because if you ain't the best, baby, why even do something?
And now let's see what our textiles and fashion students learned from a visiting beadwork artist.
So what we are doing today, since this is a fashion design class, we designed a bracelet basically creating bead woven fabric. So this is a stitch that you do off loom, so you make this stitch by hand, needle and thread. It uses glass seed beads, and then we designed this adjustable closure on it. So what was fun about this class is we provided the grid pattern, and then the students designed how they wanted their bracelet to look with the colors and the patterns that they did. So they had a design element to it, and then they're learning the stitch, and then they make a completed bracelet. I picked up beadwork as a hobby in college. I was studying fine art at the time. So what I really thought was neat about beads in particular is that you can take something so small and put all those pieces together and you can create this beautiful piece of artwork. I've had this shop for 10 years now and didn't ever dream that's what I would be doing, but that's just life, and you find something that you're passionate about and an opportunity becomes available and you just got to go for it. So 10 years later, we still have the bead shop and we get to do awesome things like this. So.
We are doing peyote beading.
I think it's really fun. It definitely makes me appreciate how much time and effort handmade crafts, and it makes me realize how much they're worth. Like, they're definitely worth what they should be paid for.
Definitely. It's more intricate than I thought, and I have a better appreciation for it.
Basically, you just go and weave through things. You pick up a bead and weave it through and then back up. It takes a lot of time because you do one at a time, but it's pretty relaxing once you get the hang of it.
And we both made our own pattern, so I did a star.
Mine looks like a germ colony. It's pretty cool. In art class, we have a lot of creative freedom, so if we see a pattern we like, we get to make it or make our own drafts, which is cool.
Next up, we have an interview with Hadassah Harris, who visited Concordia to share her experiences as a professional sports broadcaster.
My name is Hadassah Harris. I am the sports director at WLFI TV 18 in West Lafayette. I am a Ball State grad, chirp chirp. I have a pretty well-rounded background in sports production. That is where my concentration came from, out of the umbrella of a telecommunications degree. My passion for sports came at an early age, and as I grew, and got more familiar with school and education, I just kind of figured, hey, journalism, television, broadcasting, and sports, you just combine them in one, and here we are. So I came to Concordia today to speak to the students about a little bit about my industry experience as a sports broadcaster in local television. I am here on behalf of Black History Month to just kind of show awareness and just be inspirational, trying to give people a little bit of advice on how to navigate through the next steps that are coming up. Push yourself. You're going to get out what you put in. So if you have an idea, go for it. If you're required to only have 1 or 2 stories, try to get an extra one, just to have something that you're proud of, something that you are able to walk away with once you graduate and say, hey, I did this. You want to feel good about your work once your time here ends.
And now let's hear what this senior class has been up to.
How do you feel that your high school career is almost over?
I feel pretty good. I'm excited to graduate.
What is something Concordia has given you that you will take with you forever?
The friendships that I made with my peers and teachers along the way.
What is your favorite high school memory?
Homecoming, senior year.
And lastly, what is a piece of advice you have for the younger kids?
Just find your friends early in your extracurricular activities or in anything that you're involved in.
All right, thank you.
That's all. Thanks for joining us and stay tuned for the next episode.